In today's tutorial, I want to talk to you guys about pattern blocks. Hi friends, welcome back to So Obvious. I'm Apollonar. In my last video, we talked about the importance of style lines on a mannequin. Now we're going to talk about pattern blocks. Pattern blocks are something that we're going to create when we take the measurements and do some draping on the mannequin. Pattern blocks are essentially a foundation piece that then we use, move the darts around, move the style lines to create our own pattern pieces. The pattern blocks are going to be something that we use over and over and over again. So when we measure the mannequin or ourselves, we need to make sure that our measurements are as precise as possible, because the better our blocks are, the less alterations we have to make in the future. So I'm going to go through some of the basic blocks that we are going to create using either our body, our clothing, or our mannequins if you have a mannequin at home. These are blocks that I have from school. That's why they're so old and stained and whatever. I mean, I get to use them over and over. The most basic pattern block that we are going to use is the bodice. The bodice is used to create pattern pieces from the waistline to the neck over to the shoulders. Here I have a bodice that has two darts around the apex point or the bust point. This one over here only has one dart. The darts can be rotated in any direction to create cool style lines. Every block has the grain line on it. We've talked in my previous videos about the importance of the grain line because it dictates how well our clothes fit on our body once we cut them and sew them. This here is the back bodice. As you can see, the darts on the back are a lot smaller than the ones on the front. Like we spoke in my last video, that is to accommodate for the bust, where in the back, there's really not much to curve to. Next, we have the skirt block. The skirt block is just for what it means. It's for skirts. This one here is the front. This one here is the back. As you can see, the darts on the waistline in the back are a lot bigger and deeper than they are on the front. That's because, like we said in my last video, is to accommodate the butt, where in the front, it's usually a lot flatter. As you can see, both of these blocks have a line right here. That is the hip line. And like I said, the hip line is usually about 7 inches from the waist down. So if we were to install a zipper in this pattern, this is probably where the zipper would end. Here we have the torso block. The torso block, kind of like the bodice, has a lot more dart and style lines that we need to take care of than the back does. As you can see here, we have basically these two darts that are a lot smaller than all these darts put together. Like I mentioned before, a lot of the dart placement revolves around the apex point. These are all the different places where you can place the dart. You can put them pretty much anywhere. The torso block is something that you would use more for like a full body dress, where you want it to be one cohesive piece and you don't want there to be a seam in the waistline. Here I have the pant and the jean blocks. However, for the time being, I'm going to focus mostly on skirts, shirts, and some sort of dresses, just to keep it simple. Once we learn how to create our patterns for those, then we'll move on to pants, shorts, and all that stuff. And I'm also going to do the same thing for sleeves. I don't want you guys to worry about sleeves, collars, plackets, any of that right now. I want to get the foundation done as far as bodice and skirts are involved. And then once we master those, we can start adding all types of stuff to it. I know that this tutorial didn't really feel like a tutorial because all I did was talk about the pattern blocks that I already have, but I think it's important for you guys to see what my immediate goal for you guys is through these next few videos we are going to be working on together. If you like today's video, make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. You can also follow me on Instagram on @ApolyLook, where I post some of my projects and my upcoming videos that I post on here. If you didn't like the video, go get yourself a drink of water because you're probably dehydrated and hallucinating that the video was worse than it actually was. Okay, bye.